at their final at-bat. Tonight, Game 2 coming up next. Bank One Ballpark, it's Game 2, the Cardinals and the Diamondbacks. A good crowd already on hand. They were here for the Mark McGwire batting practice show, and we're ready for plenty of baseball tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Garagiola alongside Rod Allen, and we'll be talking about this game tonight, and there's excitement already buzzing in the stands anytime Mark McGwire's in town. Ron, let's talk about last night's game. It was more than just a victory for the Diamondbacks. That had to mean a lot more.
No doubt, Joe. After the Diamondbacks had lost their last 4 decisions, and it looked like they were on their way to losing the 5th, until the 9th inning, they were able to load the bases, and an unlikely hero in Hanley Frias able to double to drive in a couple of runs to give the Diamondbacks the victory.
Boy, he was a happy young man. I'll tell you, it's like Christmas morning. What about the keys for tonight's game?
Well, the Diamondbacks need to continue to build on the momentum that they were able to generate last night. This will be a big game for them tonight. And also, who are these guys on the St. Louis side? Other than Mark McGwire and Eric Davis in right field, not a lot of familiar names. And finally, Big Unit versus the Big Mac. You will not want to leave the television set because anything can happen when these two go up against one another.
Boy, you got that right. You don't leave anything. One of the times, I was going to say the last time, but one of the times, Johnson against McGwire, he hit a monster home run that was clocked at 104-mile-an-hour fastball. He hit it 538 feet. That was June 24th, 1997. Rod said, you want to join us, don't you miss it.
Ready? Open the door. Got no room. Oh, here's your rocking chair. What are you doing in a rocking chair? What? What's here?
My TV.
Oh, it's a new TV. Let's turn it on.
Thinking about a home improvement project? Call Bank One Loan by phone and get an answer before you hang up.
What's in there?
My dolly.
Hello, dollies. There's your bed. It's nap time. Yeah, let's go. It's nap time.
Every time you pull into 76, you have something in common with NASCAR. Because when NASCAR pulls into the pits, they fill up with 76 with Pro Power. You see, 76 has been the official fuel of NASCAR for over 40 years. For more powerful performance in your car, get the spirit of NASCAR.
13 seconds. Way to go, gang.
Get the spirit of 76.
Let's face it, milk has never come in the most portable containers. That's why Shamrock Farms now offers milk. The plastic pint-sized bottle makes our farm fresh milk convenient to drink anywhere. Pick up Shamrock Farms milk, now available in convenient quart-sized bottles too.
Bank One Ballpark, we're ready for baseball. And there you see him, the Big Unit. He is ready. First batter is Joe McEwing. He's got a 16-game hitting streak. He takes ball 1. And there's ball 2. This youngster's got quite a ritual in that batter's box. He's having a good year. Hitting .317. Bruce Fleming is behind the plate. There you see him going through his ritual. Part of it. Down the right field line. Coming on hard. Makes the play. It's Tony Womack. He almost overran that ball. That was a tougher play. So there's one away. is our AutoZone pitching report, Rod.
Well, Randy Johnson roughed up 5 days ago against the Atlanta Braves, gave up 4 home runs, had his 5-game win streak snapped. But anytime he toes the rubber for your club, you know you've got a legitimate chance of winning the ball game.
The word dominant is always used with him. Here is Darren Bragg. 3 home runs, 16 runs batted in, hitting .271. Inside, and it's ball 1. Just getting underway. Whoa. He comes sidearm like that, boy. That front leg just wants to leave, but you got to stay with the rest of your body.
Well, Darren Bragg feeling mighty brave tonight. Left-handed hitter going up against the big unit. Or either Tony La Russa is feeling brave because he's the man who makes out the lineup.
There you see Mr. La Russa, and I don't think that Darren Bragg was actually looking to play tonight, but his name was in the lineup, so you report for duty. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball is outside. I would imagine there are many things you can compare it to, and for fear of getting some dentists mad at me, facing Randy Johnson's like a trip to the dentist. You know you got to go, but you don't look forward to it. Broken bat in the hole. Fox has it. Long throw. It's going to be close. They got him. Nice play by Andy Fox. The U.S. West starting lineup for the St. Louis Cardinals. Here it is. McEwing leading off at second base. Bragg in center field. McGwire first base. Davis in right field. Howard is in left field. Renteria in shortstop. Castillo's the catcher. David Howard is the third baseman. And Jimenez is the pitcher. Here is the man of the hour, Mark McGwire. What an exhibition he put on in batting practice. Strength against strength, and they've always shifted on McGwire. There's a career against Johnson. 2 home runs, 7 for 29. There you see the shift. That's the prevent defense. But where he hits him, you can't prevent him. They had him played perfectly. Fox the throw. 1, 2, 3. So, no score for the Cardinals. We go to bottom half of the first.
At Little Caesars, we only use vine-ripened tomatoes, a blend of 100% real cheese, dough made fresh each day. For 40 years, every Little Caesars pizza has been made this way, with a taste that makes you want to savor each and every bite. That is, if you like that sort of thing.
Dad?
Now at Little Caesars, get 2 medium 1-topping pizzas, a 2-liter bottle of Coke, plus an 8-piece order of Crazy Bread, only $12.99. Carry out or delivered. Pizza, pizza.
I just got one of those new websites.
You sell bait. Why do you need a website?
Well, it gives folks a chance to check out our different lures, flies, and tackle.
You still sell worms, don't you?
30 different kinds. You know, US West Decks built my website and then drives customers to it with a link from uswestdecks.com Internet Yellow Pages.
Nice boat. You just get it?
Yeah, pulled in some new business.
Now we have even more tools to build your business. US West Decks.
We're looking at manager Buck Showalter, and here is the U.S. West starting lineup for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Tony Womack leads it off in right field. Jay Bell at second base. Gonzalez is in left field. Matt Williams in the cleanup spot. Finley's in center field, followed by Travis Lee at first base. Damian Miller is the catcher. The shortstop is Andy Fox. The pitcher, Randy Johnson, as we saw. And now the AutoZone pitching report, Rod.
Jimenez has struggled a little bit this season, 3-7 with a 6.69 ERA. That's after going 3-0 after a September call-up last season. He's a sinker baller. When he keeps the ball down in the strike zone, he can be tough to hit.
Jimenez, Jose Jimenez.
You know, I talked to Dave Duncan before the ball game, and he said at times Jimenez has pitched well, but he seems to have that one bad inning where the opposition scores a bunch of runs, and that's basically why he's lost those games.
Isn't it funny how sometimes a pitcher, it's just one inning if you could just erase that. This ball is high. It's ball one. The catcher is Castillo, and he's got that Star Wars outfit on. He just blends right into everything. Strikes this from him. Womack wasn't too sure about that. Look at that chest protector and the shin guards and the mask. It goes all the way around. Man, love that equipment. If I was playing, had to wear that, I'd use it in a team picture. Looper left field and fast. Howard makes the play. Little Caesars defense. Here it is for the Cardinals. Thomas Howard is in left field. Bragg is in center field. Eric Davis in right field. David Howard, the third baseman. Renteria, McEwing, McGwire, Castillo, and Jimenez.
There's Edgar Renteria. Hero just a couple of years ago in the World Series for the Florida Marlins. That base hit up the middle. Instant hero.
J. Bell pops it up. Count of strike one. And they all converge, and the second baseman McEwing says, "I'll take it." All players today are pretty well dressed. Renteria with a nice gold chain around his neck. There you see it. I tell you, if that would break and go for 4, the gold would go down, his batting average would go down. Never used to see that before. A lot of things you never used to see, though, Rod.
The gold. Well, some players keep it inside their uniform, and some show it.
Gonzalez takes the first pitch for a strike. Luis Gonzalez hitting .373, 13 home runs, 48 runs batted in. Amazing year this fella's having. Hit foul. Last night, the 2 balls he hit the hardest were the outs.
Well, you played this game, Joe. You know that's the way it happens sometimes. You can hit 3 or 4 balls right on the button and make outs, and then come up and get jammed and fight one off and throw it into the outfield for a single.
He literally just about threw that one in the outfield, that little clunker.
Looked like a line drive in the paper the next day.
Sure did. Castillo got a little problem as we look at Bruce Fleming. It's in his eye, his right eye, the foul ball. Dirt usually pops up like that. Hey, what a great spot for a commercial. You know, watch them put eye drops in there. I know some ball players go into a little bit of a slump. They'll take their bat with an eye dropper and drop eye drops on it and say it's got to see the ball better. Tell you, when you get in a slump, you're liable to do anything. But as I've often said, it's like the common cold. I don't care what you do, it's going to last for 2 weeks. If you last that long in the big leagues. Here's the 2-strike pitch to Gonzalez. He didn't get it, struck him out. So it's 1-2-3 for the Diamondbacks. At the end of 1, we have no score.
There's nothing like following your instincts, and there's nothing like McDonald's to follow your cravings. Start the day with a delicious sausage McMuffin with egg sandwich for only 99 cents. Or after breakfast, try a world-famous Big Mac, now for an incredible deal, just 99 cents. Or a 6-piece chicken McNuggets, also 99 cents. There's nothing like getting exactly what you're hungry for, exactly when you want it. Did somebody say McDonald's? And for dessert, chill out with a cool McFlurry.
quit smoking here. And it was supposed to last for the rest of my life. Turned out I needed a cigarette. Blip. And blip, 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 blip. Yeah, I blew it. But I quit again. This time for a day. No blip. And another, until now I'm getting it. It's blipping amazing.
Arizona Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you by Nissan. Driven. AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts. Blimpie subs and salads, it's a beautiful thing. America West Airlines, official airline of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Miller Lite, the great taste of a true Pilsner beer. Pepsi, the joy of cola. Infiniti, official luxury vehicle of the Arizona Diamondbacks. And by Bank One, home of Diamondbacks banking.
Eric Davis takes the fastball inside for strike 2. Randy Johnson threw the first fastball down the middle. Eric thought this one was inside, but Bruce Fleming says no way. Eamon Miller setting up inside, moves Eric Davis back, and when Randy Johnson pitches like that, he's tough on right-hand hitters. He got him. It's a strikeout for Randy Johnson. Eric Davis is his first victim.
That's the one pitch Randy Johnson did not have 5 days ago against the Atlanta Braves. He left a lot of balls up in the strike zone, and that's one of the reasons why they were able to hit those 4 home runs against him, the most he had ever given up in his career. If he continues to throw that slider down there, Joe, it's going to be a long night for the Redbirds.
Oh, that's a nasty pitch. Here's Thomas Howard. It's low, ball 1. You could see on the one shot, Eric Davis started the bat, but he just swung over it as that ball went diving in. 1 ball and 1 strike.
First of all, when the ball's coming, for the most part, 96, 97 miles per hour, you don't have a lot of time to decide whether you want to swing or not. And that slider looks like a fastball coming out of his hand. Last second darts in and down on you. You've got no chance to hit it.
Strike 2. The effective slider, that's the key. It looks like a fastball. You adjust your bat for a fastball, and all of a sudden it's not, and it's too late to change. The 1-2 pitch by Johnson. It's high. 99 miles per hour. The speed is interesting to look at in a ballpark. He got him called out on strikes. That one was 98. But a lot of ball players don't like to look at that speed, Rod, for a lot of reasons. Sometimes they say, that guy's not throwing that hard, but the gun says it.
Or in Randy's case, when it's coming 98 miles per hour, you may not want to know how fast it's coming because you know you can't hit it. Thomas Howard jumps back from that fastball and just tails right back over the inner half of the plate.
This is Renteria. First pitch is outside, ball 1. It's almost like a sign. He's shaking his head, Thomas Howard. He said, man, I saw the ball good. I swung, but it just wasn't there. 1 ball and 1 strike on Edgar Renteria, hitting at 283. It's out of play. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're in the top half of the second inning. There is no score.
Edgar Renteria came over to St. Louis from the Florida Marlins, and we had a chance to see Alex Gonzalez, who now plays shortstop for the Florida Marlins. And you can see why they traded a guy like Edgar Renteria away.
General managers really have to make those decisions. It's almost like the Cardinals and Ozzie Smith when Royce Clayton there for a while.
Right.
People wonder, how can you do that? But they know what they have. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's pulled foul. Rene Latchman, the third base coach, has no regard at all for the third base coaching box. There's where he is. There's the coach's box.
You ought to see him when Big Mac comes to the plate.
I see him. He should buy a ticket or get binoculars. Out of play.
Rene Latchman was my first big league manager.
Is that right?
Seattle, 1983. McGwire. He hadn't even done anything yet, and he's already sweating. That's that adrenaline.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Renteria. Nobody on, 2 outs, and he struck him out. He struck out the side. And the crowd is reacting already. Bottom of the second, no score.
Inexpensive entertainment. Great entertainment for about $1 a day from Cox Cable. Get connected for just $4.95 when you call 602-277-1000. Enjoy the best in movies, sports, news, and family entertainment. Call 602-277-1000 and get connected for $4.95 today. Cox Communications. Now you're living.
There's something special about the folks who work at AutoZone. The fact that they know more than a thing or two about looking up parts and solving problems. Their willingness to go the extra mile. And their belief in doing what's right. So it's no wonder why millions of customers turn to us each week for help in getting back on the road. Because working at AutoZone means taking pride in taking care of people.
Now, what'll it be, sweetheart?
Let me guess. A nice, cold Pepsi. I wouldn't want to hear one of those crazy voices of yours, huh?
Honey, you ain't heard nothing yet. Hit it, fellas.
Fran's Christmas cash didn't happen.
Oh, it really is a lovely vase.
Gorgeous, but will it fit through an automated teller?
Now her gifts have got to go back.
It's the most beautiful sweater I've ever seen.
You didn't cut the tag off, did you?
Monday night at 8 on 3TV.
Well, it's time for our Ask Joe and Rod question, brought to you by the Diamondbacks official website, azdiamondbacks.com and Rhino Productions. Tonight's question from Mike Barada and George Louts: what is a Texas leaguer?
Well, Joe, we just talked about it last half inning when Luis Gonzalez was at the plate. You get jammed or you hit a ball off the end of the bat and you get enough of it just to hit it over the infielders' heads and right in front of the outfielders. That's a Texas leaguer. Bloop single.
What it is Matt Williams takes ball one and fouls one off. It's one of those little bloopers that falls, and it falls so politely that it doesn't bend the grass. It doesn't make any noise. It's like almost a cliched, colorful description. Lands like a butterfly with sore feet.
Where'd the name come from, Joe?
Rhode Island. Bouncing ball to third. Bases throw to first base. They got him. Nice play by Mark McGwire.
You know, David Howard had to back up on that ball and got his feet set, threw from a sidearm angle, didn't get a lot on it, and Mark McGwire made a nice play.
He throws a sinker, Ron.
Exactly. Looked like he should be on the mound. It's a nice play by Big Mac.
He stayed right with it. Here's Steve Finley. So there's one away. Strike. Boy, I love to see Mark McGwire chewing that bubble gum instead of that lousy, rotten tobacco. So young people, look at there. You don't need that stuff. Chew bubble gum. It doesn't help you hit. This stuff will help you hit.
Outstanding changeup right there by Jimenez. For the most part, first inning and then one out in this inning, keeping the ball down the strike zone. That's exactly what he needs to do if he's going to have success.
That one was high. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Jimenez gets that ball and he's ready to work as Finley bears down. Look at those eyes.
Well, that's the name of the game for a starting pitcher, tempo. You want to keep your defense in the ball game. Get that ball, get on the rubber, and let her fly.
3-1 pitch. All the way back to the screen. And Finley is on with a base on balls. Pitch fast, change speeds. You're well on your way to winning ball games. Here's Travis Lee now. Travis hitting at 271. Steele goes out to talk to his pitcher.
Looked like Castillo was crossed up on that last pitch. You see his glove right there. He's got looking for a fastball. All of a sudden,
He
goes outside on him.
He missed it completely, almost like he thought it was going to be a fastball or a quick slider because he missed it. He just missed it. You have to be crossed up when you miss him like that.
He's lucky it didn't hit him in his wrist.
That he is. Fastball is inside, ball one. That's the worst feeling in the world when the pitcher crosses you up, because for the next couple of pitches, you're not sure that he's not going to cross you up again. If he does that often enough, you'll be ordering 4 beers with 2 fingers. Usually indicates changeup. Hot shot. McGwire steps on the bag. They'll have to make the tag. They got Finley in the rundown. The throw is high to McGwire, but they're going to get it. So that goes 3-6, 3-4. Regardless how it goes to the end of the inning, and at the end of 2, there's no score.
Now when you buy a redesigned 99.5 Nissan Pathfinder, we'll give you a Bose stereo for your house with the same great sound as the Bose available in a Pathfinder. So whether you're at home or on the road, you'll never have to be without great stereo sound. Except for that 7 seconds when you walk from your Pathfinder into your house.
It's a dog-eat-dog world, with every dog looking for his day. So it's all work your butt off and watch your tail. Now you know how to do that, don't you? Learn new tricks. For digital solutions that make the workplace work, those who know demand Rico.
Sometimes, you don't realize how convenient electricity can be until you have to do without it. Like energy-efficient heat pumps that keep you comfortable year-round. Easy-to-clean cooktops that give you precision control. And low-cost security lighting to help protect your family. All the things that make an all-electric house a great place to come home to. APS, the power to make it happen.
Randy Johnson has struck out the side in the second inning, loosening up.
Looks like Randy has his good stuff tonight. Good breaking ball right down to Eric Davis, and a fastball that freezes Thomas Howard. And then Renteria, no chance. That fastball blown right by him.
Well, that young man with the cap on, his grandfather says happy birthday to Ross. That's my grandson with his friend. They're busy. He's a big Randy Johnson fan, but right now he's a bigger fan of the candy.
Ross got a pretty good seat, man.
Yeah, well, he's got his uncle. You know, his uncle's in high places.
Ross got front row.
That's right. Well, that's my daughter sitting next to him, and son-in-law, and then Joe Jr.'s down there, and I see he's talking to Walt Jocketty, general manager of the Cardinals. Anytime 2 general managers get together, ball players get nervous, Rod.
Exactly.
Castillo, strike 1. There you see him. They could be talking about anything, but in the ball player's mind, they're saying, uh-oh. Better not send that laundry out unless it's overnight.
Had a pleasant conversation with Walt Jocketty.
Nice guy, isn't he?
Yesterday.
1-1 pitch. Fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no score. We're in the top of the 3rd. Randy Johnson has struck out 3. Struck out the side in the second inning. He is focused. There's strikeout number 4. Called out. 4 in a row.
This fastball is just unhittable right there, although it was left out over the plate, but Castillo just froze on it, didn't swing at it, but again, that ball is coming so fast, you don't have a lot of time to make up your mind, and by the time he thought about swinging, it was too late.
He is just dominant. Here's David Howard. There's the strike. Randy Johnson needs 4 strikeouts to set D-back season record.
On June 25th.
He will be passing Andy Benes. There we look at Andy. That was close.
I think it's before it's all said and done, Randy will be breaking a lot of pitching records.
Got him. 5 strikeouts in a row. 3 called, 2 swinging. Randy Johnson.
You know, Randy Johnson is on a mission tonight after being knocked out 5 days ago against the Atlanta Braves. He had to wait around 4 days, Joe, just, you know, working out and different things like that. But you know he wanted to get back on the hill, and he's pitching like it tonight.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And yes, he is. I mean, he's like a machine. Some people think they can. Some people hope they can. Randy Johnson knows he can. You talk about being overmatched.
You know what's most impressive about his numbers coming into the ball game? The 157 strikeouts, 34 base on balls.
Big hopper to Andy Fox. So Jimenez breaks the streak. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. There's no score.
You know, Kenny and I never compare statistics.
Or Super Bowls.
That way we can drink our Miller Lights without arguing. Right, Mr. Fewer career touchdown passes than me?
Right, Mr. Never Been to the Big One.
We only talk about why Miller Lite tastes great.
It's the choice hops.
No, Snake. Miller Lite tastes great because it's smooth. But let's not fight.
Yeah, you're right. Let's be friends.
Table ready for Mr. I don't have as many passing yards as Stan Fouts?
Hey, that's you.
Miller Lite. Taste the true Pilsner.
I understand the hard part is the alarm clock, the packing, the short, business-like shower. I understand the hard part is the on-ramp, the off-ramp, the getting to the gate without a cup of coffee. I understand that that's the hard part. That's why I give out seats, because seats are near windows, and windows let you watch the hard part get smaller and smaller and smaller.
There's nothing like following your instincts, and there's nothing like McDonald's to follow your cravings. Start the day with a delicious sausage McMuffin with egg sandwich for only 99 cents. Or after breakfast, try a world-famous Big Mac, now for an incredible deal, just 99 cents. Or a 6-piece Chicken McNuggets, also 99 cents. There's nothing like getting exactly what you're hungry for, exactly when you want it. Did somebody say McDonald's? And for dessert, chill out with a cool McFlurry.
Arizona Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you in part by Office Max. We go to the max for you. Little Caesars Pizza voted the best pizza value in America. And by Gila River Casinos, an ultimate gaming experience.
There you see it. All zeros. Randy Johnson has struck out 5. And it'll be Damian Miller, Andy Fox, and Randy Johnson. 3 hitters here in the bottom of the 3rd. We have no score as we look at the big unit.
Well, it appears that Damian Miller has become Randy Johnson's personal catcher. He's caught him 6 out of his last 7 starts.
And McCarver made a career on Carlton.
It's like Eddie Perez of Atlanta and Greg Maddux. Didn't Tim McCarver catch Steve Carlton all the time?
Yeah, that's what I just talked about. In fact, McCarver said outside, he said when they die, he's going to be buried 60 feet 6 inches from Carlton. So they're going to make the big trip together. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's fouled off.
Was there any pitcher that you caught all the time in your career?
No, I was happy to just anybody. I mean, you know, if they put me in, I was happy. I caught Howard Paulette more than anybody, but I had no special guy. No special guy had me. I guess for good reason. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He struck him out. Damian Miller, the second strikeout victim. Make no bones about it. We're talking about Randy Johnson, but this Jimenez can fire.
This ball down the strike zone, just an outstanding sinker right there. That ball starts at Damian's knees, and by the time he decides to swing at it, it's right around his shoe tops. Randy Johnson doing a nice job for the Diamondbacks, striking out a lot of Redbirds, but Jimenez also doing a pretty good job mixing his pitches up, changing speeds against the Diamondbacks.
Here's Andy Fox. He doesn't get the changeup at strike one. Andy Fox, who last night was hit by a pitch ball, and I mean, it was a pretty good job in that batter's box. So good that La Russa came out and argued, and so did Batalico. He got hit again. This time, nothing on, but La Russa looking on. And he has to wonder about this guy Fox getting hit.
Was a fastball in the inner half of the plate. Just rolls his, trying to get that leg out of the way, but you know he can't know where to go.
Yeah, but look at it turn in. He looked like a Radio City Rocket right there. Look.
It's one of the reasons why Batalico and also La Russa were upset last night when Andy Fox was hit in that ninth inning.
Randy Johnson's the batter now with a base runner on. He shows bunt. They're coming in hard. David Howard is coming in hard. Randy takes a look at Butterfield now. He'll try to bunt it towards McGwire. McGwire has to hold the runner on.
Well, Randy started the season off 0 for 17 at the plate. Since then, he's gone 8 for 31. 2 doubles, 3 RBIs.
How about that? He showed bunting and switched off, Rod. He was going for the base hit. There you see Brian Butterfield flashing some signs.
Well, you just heard those numbers. 258, 8 for 31. Let him swing.
5 sacrifice bunts this season. He showed bunt, faked, but he missed the ball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Jimenez threw that fastball up in the strike zone. You'll see a lot of pitchers do that when they think the hitter has the bunt sign. The reason they want to try to get him to bunt the ball in the air.
1 man out, no score. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. It's a strike. Randy gave Bruce Fleming a look like, give me that strike when I'm pitching, as we look at Buck Showalter. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 man out. Andy Fox is on the first base. And this is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Andy Fox has 2 steals on the season. He hasn't been caught yet.
The 2-2 pitch. It's outside. Now it's a full count, 3-2. So Showalter has a decision here. Do you start Fox? Do you hold him? Randy Johnson's the batter. You would imagine that he'd hold him because Johnson doesn't get that bat on the ball, but you never know today. Holding. Tap in front of the mound. Jimenez has it. Throw in time. The reason I say that, Rod, last night, La Russa tried the stolen base with the count of 2 strikes and no balls. That never used to be a bump in the count.
No, because for the most part, you're anticipating a fastball, and you know, when you get a fastball, the catcher gets the ball a little sooner, and more than often than not, they're going to get a good ball to throw. So you're right, but you know, La Russa's a guy that doesn't manage by the so-called book.
No, sir. I asked him about that, and you know what he said? He said you can't develop tendencies. You have to be unpredictable. I said, boy, that's an understatement.
Well, he's had a lot of success in his career. He's managed 21 seasons, and he has 1,599 wins. His next win, 1,600.
Breaks the tie with the great Tommy Lasorda, the Hall of Famer.
He's 13th on the all-time list.
Womack. Count of strike 1. Andy Fox is on at second base. Womack thought it was inside.
Jimenez has got some pretty good movement with that sinker ball tonight.
2 strikes to count. Jose Jimenez. Boy, that is a famous name. The old comic Jose Jimenez used to do the astronaut jokes. Bill Dana. He got him. So Jimenez gets his 3rd strikeout. We complete 3 fast innings, and there is no score.
While there are a lot of places where people buy parts for their car, the fact is more people choose AutoZone than any other. It's because we're the largest auto parts retailer in America, and they save money with our everyday low price. It's because more often than not, we have the parts they need in stock. And it's because we're the only place where they'll find a battery that's backed by a 3-year free replacement guarantee. Which is why we say there's just no place better than AutoZone.
I don't want French fried potatoes, red ripe tomatoes. I'm never satisfied. I want the fram sauce with the Austin fade, with chef-on-feu all on the side. Shoot-do-do-do-do-do. Shabba-do-ya-do, say you didn't do.
Presenting the ultimate tire for your 4x4, the Michelin LTX. Michelin technology gives it a smoother, quieter ride than you'd expect from a 4x4 tire. Yet it's tough enough, Michelin enough, to get you through anything.
Let Discount Tire Company go to bat for you with the best service and lowest prices in town. Michelin tires are on sale now.
Into the majors with U.S. West.
Javi Lopez placed on the DL, and boy, that's a week too late. We wish he would come back, but remember the series he had here at Bank One. Sammy Sosa leads the National League with 26 home runs, and the Phillies, first team with 2 10-game winners, Kurt Schilling and Bird. And I might add that once again we've had a proposal here. Shauna, you're the best. I love you. Will you marry me? Dave. We, no doubt, lead all of baseball in proposals.
Well, if you think about it, though, Joe, I mean, what better place to ask your girlfriend to marry you at the ballpark? 45,000 people in attendance. Most ladies will not say no. At least not here. They may when they get home.
No, they won't. You can't back out of it.
What do you mean?
Base hit down the left field line. McGwire has himself a double. And that keeps his streak alive. He came into this game hitting .317, had a 16-game hitting streak, and he gets the first hit of the ball game off the big unit. He's got his streak alive at 17. He's on at second base.
McGwire couldn't have thrown that ball down the line any better. Matt Williams, for the most part, playing off the line because most right-handed hitters don't pull Randy Johnson, but that ball right down the line just past Matty's glove. McGwire standing on second with a stand-up double.
Matt Williams, he brings it all to the ballpark, I'll tell you. He brings the bat, of course. He's got the glove, the savvy. Came close to coming up with that ball. Here's Darren Bragg. He's going to bunt him over. Playing for 1 run here in the 4th inning.
It's a pretty good idea right there. Darren Bragg, his first time up, took some swings against Randy Johnson and did not look good. Finally had his bat sawed off.
1 ball, no strikes. There you see McGwire. There's the strike. Johnson's got to be tough to hit. He's got to be tough to bunt.
You know, Joe McGwire is one of the players that Walt Jockey and I were talking about yesterday. You know, he started the season in Arkansas, AA, .354, moved on to Memphis, AAA, .334, had an outstanding season. He wasn't even starting in AA. They rewarded him by bringing him to the major leagues in September.
Bunted back to Johnson. He's not going to go to third. Almost throws it away at first. And on the third goes McGwire. sacrifice.
Not a real good bunt by Darren Bragg. That ball right back to Randy Johnson, and momentarily he thought about going to third, and had he gone to third, he has the ball in his glove, he would have had him out, but he didn't want to take any chances, and he throws a seed over to Jay Bell. That ball almost gets down the right field line.
He had something on it. Now it's Mark McGwire. What do? Do you put him on and set up the double play? Why do you pitch to him?
Well, I throw him hard stuff inside. You know, Randy throws 99, 100 miles per hour. He needs to bust Big Mac inside with a bunch of fastballs.
Misses outside, ball one.
Because when you leave it out there, you allow him to extend his arms, and anytime Big Mac extends his arms, you're in trouble.
Pull foul.
You know, just to finish that story on McEwen, who's on third base. You know, Walt Jocketty said, I mean, that's something that he wants to do as far as players like McEwen, guys that are career 6-year minor leaguers. If they have a good season, go ahead and reward them. And then once they become minor league free agents, they may not leave the organization.
There's a lot of factors that go into it. Boy, you saw the numbers on McGwire there. 2 balls and 1 strike. See how focused he is. All the hoopla around him. He's able to stay focused.
Well, he gets his head up in a position. His eyes are wide open. Both eyes focused on the pitcher. He gets a good look.
3 balls and 1 strike. You notice he's not looking from a biased batting stance. I mean, where he's looking straight on. That head, both eyes focused on Randy Johnson. 3-1 pitch. Here we come. He got it. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And Randy is pitching McGwire awfully tough. Nothing down the middle of the plate. This 3-1 fastball tailing away from him. Right on the corner.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Struck him out.
What a matchup. The big unit, Randy Johnson, against Big Mac McGwire. A 4-seam fastball in the inner half of the plate. A lot of the right-handed hitters jump back, and that ball's not even close to him. That ball must have some tremendous movement to it, Joe.
It must be. And McGwire, it's almost like, I can't believe that ball jumped back that far. Eric Davis, he was out on strikes. High fastball, ball 1. Davis with McEwen on at third. 2 men out, no score. It's out of play, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Davis versus Johnson in his career, 0 for 7 with 6 strikeouts.
You know what? There's probably a lot of major leaguers running around right now that have numbers that are just like that, Joe, against Randy Johnson.
And you can understand why. The way he pitched to McGwire, he pitched him tough. Bouncing ball, Travis Reed, big hop, should take it himself. He does, and the inning is over. Johnson and McGwire. This time, Johnson won it. We go to the bottom of the 4th. There is no score.
Your great-grandfather started this business with a handsaw. Your grandfather expanded it with a drill. And your father, I used the nail gun. So, what are you going to do?
Develop an innovative sales program using the internet to get new customers.
What?
US West Dex built our website and then drives customers to it with an ad in the Dex Yellow pages.
Your grandfathers would be proud.
Now we have even more tools to build your business. US West Dex.
Most people don't think too much about electricity until it goes out. At APS, we're using advanced systems that help us pinpoint problems sooner and respond to emergencies faster than ever before. So before you know it, everything's back to normal. APS, the power to make it happen.
Alicia thinks she understands men better than I do.
And Dayanara says she knows what men want.
Guys, I say that what gives Miller Lite its great taste is the choice hops. Agreed?
Yeah! And I say you prefer the great taste because it's smooth. Guys?
Yeah! So it doesn't make any difference to you why Miller Lite tastes great?
Yeah! Miller Lite. Taste the true Pilsner.
Look, are you with her or with me?
Yeah!
When it comes to love, you gotta strike while the iron is hot.
Let's do it. Just like that. Bing, bang, boom.
At this point, I'd settle for the boom.
Monday night at 8:30 on 3TV.
Jay Bell leads it off here. Bottom of the fourth. Jimenez. It's a strike. Johnson has struck out 6. Jimenez has struck out 3. So far, a real pitcher's battle. Foul ball. 2 strikes to count.
You know, the one thing Jimenez is doing tonight, for the most part, he's pitching ahead in the count. He's really struggled as of late because he was falling behind hitters 2-0, 2-1, 3-1.
Jay Bell is out. Quick strikeout. 4 for Jimenez. And here's our Jiffy Lube quiz. Since McGwire's here and we're talking home runs, who was the first National League player to hit more than 50 home runs in a season? What it is to go back. First National League player to hit more than 50 home runs in a season. I think McGwire did it on a weekend last year. Here's Gonzalez. Popped up near the stands. Castillo coming back. May have a play. He does. Makes the play. So there are 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the fourth. I'm trying to remember who it would be. I would guess, because of the RBIs, Hack Wilson. Hack Wilson, 56 home runs in 1930.
Very nice, Joe.
Well, I was glad to see Hack get an RBI. They discovered one, and Babe Ruth got 6 more walks. And you wonder about records. I was looking at my record. They didn't find anything. Right?
They didn't find anything?
No. Nothing. No hits, no runs, no errors, nothing. Here's Matt Williams. Whoa, he let up on the curveball. And Williams just kind of flagged at it. No hits in his last 11 at-bats. But I tell you, this guy brings it all. There's a fastball right down the middle. 2 quick strikes. This game is really moving right along. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth. Jimenez has struck out 4. Johnson has struck out 6. Castillo, the catcher, says, okay, we'll start around. We'll roll it around and go from the beginning. Shook him off 1, shook him off 2, shook him off 3. And then throws that ball. Castillo, a little bit of a cat behind that plate. He goes after everything.
It's a nice block right there.
Like the way he moves. Look, he just shifted right over. Look at that. Perfect.
Not only did he block it, he was able to glove it.
In front of him, that ball could not have gotten by him. Except the slider, maybe. He missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Matt Williams. He bounced out his first time up. McGwire made a nice play. Jimenez. 2-2 pitch. It's outside. He goes to a full count. The Redbirds. Three-two pitch. He struck him out with a good sinking fastball. 5 strikeouts for Jimenez. At the end of 4 full innings, no score.
Every time you pull into 76, you have something in common with NASCAR. Because when NASCAR pulls into the pits, they fill up with 76 with Pro Power. You see, 76 has been the official fuel of NASCAR for over 40 years. For more powerful performance in your car, get the spirit of NASCAR.
13 seconds. Way to go, gang.
Get the spirit of 76.
We were doing enough business in Birds Alone to expand. And when the space next door became available, I jumped on it. The problem is, I told the bank, it's a mess over there. I need money for renovation fast. Can I get approval in a week? The woman laughed, said, how about tomorrow? Next month. Cats.
For your own financial solutions, call us. Bank One.
Here comes 21.
22 will be along any minute.
Oh boy, I love 22.
America West Airlines. Over 40 weekday nonstops from Phoenix to the LA area. 15 to LAX alone.
Arizona Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you in part by Infinity, official luxury vehicle of the Arizona Diamondbacks. APS, the power to make it happen. And by McDonald's. Did somebody say McDonald's?
Thomas Howard leads it off here, and it takes a fastball for a strike. I tell you, both Randy Johnson and Jose Jimenez get that ball, and they are firing. There's no fooling around. One out. When you got that kind of stuff, there's no sense piddling around. Just fire it. Grab that ball and throw it. You're looking at George Kissel. He's one of the roving coaches for the Cardinals. I guess that would be his description. You're looking at 60 years of baseball. One of the real nice guys. George Kissel. Somewhere on that body's a good housekeeping seal, I'll tell you.
On that dirt.
He's been around. Patient. Good instructor. As we look at Renteria, takes the first pitch for ball one. Line drive, fair ball, down the line, extra bases for Renteria. Gonzalez is up with the ball, and Renteria's on with the double.
Edgar Renteria, very talented shortstop of the St. Louis Cardinals. Gets a hanging breaking ball right here. He missed with his location on that pitch, one of the first times he's missed tonight. And Edgar just throws his hands at it and drives that ball right down the left field line.
A lot of angles down there. You got to be careful when you're the fielder. Make sure it doesn't get by you. You might have an inside to Parker. There you see the angles. Look at them. Shades of Ebbets Field, boy. They had enough angles there. You see a lot of them. Gets behind you. Forget about it. Here's Castillo. He gets away from Damian Miller, but Renteria, he thought about going, started to go, changed his mind, and he's still at second base. So it's ball one.
That's a break for the Diamondbacks right there. No way Renteria should not get to third base on that ball. He's thinking about it. Now it's too late. Now he has to get back to second base, and you see the frustration on his face.
He knew it. The ball really moved, and Miller really boxed it up. Fastball is the strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Seeing all those angles out there, one of my first television bloopers was in Ebbets Field because of that. I wanted to say that Carl Furillo knew every nook and cranny. I said, Furillo knows every crook and nanny in the ballpark. 1-1 pitch to Castillo. He bunts it down the third base line, but it's foul.
Well, very good idea right there by the youngster Castillo. Matt Williams playing deep at third base. If he's able to get that ball down, more than likely he gets a base hit out of it, and Edgar Renteria would get over to third.
That's one of those plays, too, that if Renteria gets to third and Castillo's thrown out, you got to sacrifice and no time at bat. So it's a win-win. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's no score. We're at the top of the 5th. Renteria's on at second base. Chip Bell jockeying back. Line drive to Matt Williams. Could be 2. They got him. Renteria should never get picked off on a play like that, but he did.
Well, he should have been on third base anyway.
That's right. So that ends the inning, and at the bottom half of the 5th inning, we have no score.
The next time you get your oil changed at my Q-Lube, you'll notice we've been doing some changes of our own. Because now, we're joining forces with Jiffy Lube to give you great service. You can still count on our same great staff just like always. And you'll have your choice of quality Quaker State and Pennzoil products. So come in today and ask me about our new signature service oil change.
Inexpensive entertainment. Great entertainment for about $1 a day from Cox Cable. Get connected for just $4.95 when you call 602-277-1000. Enjoy the best in movies, sports, news, and family entertainment. Call 602-277-1000 and get connected for $4.95 today. Cox Communications. Now you're living.
Now when you buy a redesigned 99.5 Nissan Pathfinder, we'll give you a Bose stereo for your house, with the same great sound as the Bose available in a Pathfinder. So whether you're at home or on the road, you'll never have to be without great stereo sound. Except for that 7 seconds when you walk from your Pathfinder into your house.
You're looking at Dave McKay. Dave Duncan is in front, but McKay, you see him folding up his book. He's the first base coach, and he coaches with his stopwatch in his right hand. And what he writes down after every inning is things that he notices. How long it takes for a pitcher to deliver the ball, what he does when he steps off the mound. They just catalog all this, and then with the Russa, they go over it, and they find out all kinds of things. And Buck does the same thing. In fact, I think we lead the National League in most notes taken.
Well, Dave McKay is in his 14th season with Tony La Russa as his coach.
You watch them, and they're constantly writing notes and just timing everything. Finley takes it high.
You know, a lot of times things come up in a ball game that they make little notes of. For instance, like Edgar Renteria, you know, not getting over to third base on that ball that got past Damian Miller. They may jot that down so they don't forget about it when they want to talk to him.
Well, I asked Buck before the game, Rod, and some of the things, I said, don't give me any of your secrets, but he said, well, like they came up with a special defense on a relay throw last night. We made note of that. We checked the films and tapes about slide steps, and we had a note on that. Finley, bouncing ball. McGwire, while blowing a bubble, makes the play. How about that? That's pretty cool. There's Buck's notebook.
Has his lineup on top of that. Buck sitting down tonight. He can do that when the big unit's on the hill. You know? Yeah. Most of the time he's standing up on that top step.
We have no score in the bottom of the 5th, and here's Travis Lee, who hit into that double play. 3-6, 3-4. Time is called. They can't seem to get together for some reason as Bruce Friendly walks out. Inside, ball 1. Sinker, good one. That was a good shot at that sinker, Rod.
You know, there's some guys that throw 93 miles per hour, Joe, and the ball is straight. Jimenez, that kind of velocity with the ball moving, very tough to hit.
He's keeping it in a good spot, too. 2 balls and 1 strike. We have no score. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 1 man out, nobody on. Jose Jimenez. Bouncing ball. McGwire, the big hop, is going to flip to his pitcher in time, and we have 2 outs. Cardinals have 2 hits. The Diamondbacks have yet to get a hit. It's been that kind of a game, and here's Damon Miller. He was the 2nd strikeout victim. Jimenez has struck out 5.
Well, it took Jimenez 7 minor league seasons to get to Double-A, where he started the season last year. His record was 15-6 there, before coming to St. Louis, where he was 3-0 in September.
1-0 pitch is fouled off. That got Bruce Fleming right on the bunion. Oh, that got him right on the bunion. Yeah, he won't make the dance tonight. No way. He's going to walk it off. Spanky's going to walk it off. Watch him hop.
Believe me, Fleming will be at the dance.
Whoa, look at him get up there. A little line dancing going on. This will be a great shot. Yeah, hippity hoppity hop. Whoa. Here's my dance card. I'm not going to make it tonight.
Looks like he's got some extra padding on the top.
He got hit.
Of his shoe.
He got hit. Well, they always have that big hunk of leather there, but he got a nasty crack there. He'll be all right. This guy's a gamer, man. Paul Dessart out talking to him. And the conversation usually is, how does it feel? Bruce, how do you think it feels? It hurts.
Well, he's getting a little time right here to shake it off. It's a tough spot to get hit in. Not a lot of meat.
Any spot you get
on your feet.
Bruce Fleming, been around a while. One of my favorite guys. Oh, Brucey. He's very good with bat, the baseball assistance team. He doesn't forget the old umpires and the players and equal leaguers and all the guys. High fastball misses. 2 balls and 1 strike. No score, bottom of the 5th, 2 outs, nobody on. Right down the pipe. 2-2, 2 outs. Deuces are wild. Foul ball. Dodgers lead the Giants 2-0. 2nd inning. San Diego 2-0 over Colorado in the 5th inning. I tell you, San Diego, Boch has got him going. Outside, it's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Bouncing ball, foul.
Tony Gwynn went back on the disabled list.
Oh, I hate to see that.
With that calf injury. It's going to put him off for a couple of more weeks. Diamondbacks go in there at the end of July, I believe it is. May get an opportunity to see him get that 3,000 base hit.
It's popped up. Center field. Short. Catch is made. 3 up and 3 down. So both Johnson and Jimenez in a pitcher's battle here. No score at the end of 5.
I've got something to show you. I've got something to show you.
At Little Caesars, we only use vine-ripened tomatoes, a blend of 100% real cheese, dough made fresh each day. For 40 years, every Little Caesars pizza has been made this way, with a taste that makes you want to savor each and every bite. That is, if you like that sort of thing.
Dad?
Now at Little Caesars, get 2 medium 1-topping pizzas, a 2-liter bottle of Coke, plus an 8-piece order of Crazy Bread, only $12.99. Carry out or delivered. Pizza, pizza.
I just got one of those new websites.
You sell bait. Why do you need a website?
Well, it gives folks a chance to check out our different lures, flies, and tackle.
You still sell worms, don't you?
30 different kinds. You know, US West Decks built my website and then drives customers to it with a link from uswestdecks.com Internet Yellow Pages.
Nice boat. You just get it?
Yeah. Pulled in some new business.
Now we have even more tools to build your business. US West Decks.
It's time for the Shamrock Farms Farm Team Report. First, Diamondbacks draftee to wear the Major League uniform, Nick Beerbright. 5-6, 4.62 earned run average, Double-A El Paso.
You know, for the last couple of years, for the most part, everyone talks about Brad Penny and John Patterson of that big three. Nick Beerbright also included, but he was the first one to make it to the major leagues.
And what a thrill that is, that first day in the big leagues. Nick Beerbright, he's here. David Howard, 2 for 27 against Johnson in his career. He struck out back in the 3rd inning. It's outside and it's ball 1.
And one of the reasons why Nick Beerbright was the one to come up is that the Diamondbacks needed another left-hander in their bullpen. Fosberg was assigned back down to AAA.
Left field line, this ball's going to drop. It does, fair ball, extra bases once again. I tell you, these Cardinals, they have 3 base hits and all doubles. So Jimenez is coming up, and guess what he's going to do?
And all 3 of them have been down the left field line.
Like hanging balls. It's not that real dive.
It's not that real good fastball. Something that stayed up in the strike zone, and David Howard just stayed back nicely on it and got enough of it to hit that ball down toward the wall. He's hustling into second, and he's pretty happy about what he was able to just do against the big unit.
Can't tell me his hands hurt after that one. Look at him.
He'll take it.
Take it.
Those B's are in his hand.
Can't ever have B's when you hit a double, man.
He may have got off the end, Joe.
I know he hit it off the end, but no pain with doubles.
Okay.
You get a base hit, run it foul. You can hit it right off the handle. You know that. You hit it off the handle and the bat will break and your hands will hurt like crazy and you say, woo, that feels good to get a hit.
Well, Jimenez only 1 sacrifice bunt on the season. 26 at-bats. So he's probably failed a few times at that.
Well, Randy Johnson has got 1 strike on him. We're in the top of the 6th. There is no score. Bunted foul. It was almost a self-defense attempt there. The oversimplification of bunting is to use the bat as a glove. Catch the ball on the bat. But that is so much easier said than done. They'll practice it, but it's against a 65-mile-an-hour batting practice pitcher. Jimenez took a good look at Lashman, who didn't even look at him, which usually indicates what you did before, do it again. Bunt. Or try to bunt. It's a strikeout. That's number 7 for Randy Johnson.
You know, not real good technique right there by Jimenez. He bends his legs the way you're supposed to bend them, but then he stabs at the ball, which is a no-no. Like you said, Joe, you've got to let the bat catch the ball.
Just catch it softly if you can. So there's 1 away, and here is McEwing. He doubled in the 4th to keep his streak alive. There's a fastball strike. When he swings up there, you wonder what is he swinging at. He said it's to remind him to stay inside, and all the twitching and all that he does, he said, I just never feel loose. There's nothing physically wrong with him. Outside, ball one. He doesn't. When he puts his hand out like that, he says that's a reminder. There he goes again.
A lot of nervous energy, but it works.
One of the writers in St. Louis described him saying he looks like Ed Norton before a pool game with Jackie Gleason. One pitch. There's a strike. There goes the hand out. Now he'll go through it again. Swings up, loosens up. Looks like he's in a bad Richard Simmons exercise class.
That practice swing kind of looks like Tony Batista's.
But I'll tell you, this kid can hit. He's hitting .318, 17-game hitting streak. He didn't get it. 8th strikeout for Randy Johnson. He turned it up a notch, 97 miles an hour, and you could hear that ball hit to that big pillow that Damon Miller uses.
Well, McEwing tried to wait as long as he could, but that's the problem with Randy Johnson. You don't have the luxury of waiting. You see that ball come out of his hand, you pretty much have got to swing the bat.
That sets a club record. 165 strikeouts. And he's not finished.
On June 25th.
Whoa.
3 months to go.
The big unit. Whoa. There's a strike.
Before it's all said and done, he could double that.
He's made 70 pitches. We have 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Base runners on at second. Strike 2. When he gets 2 strikes on you, he gives you that look of disdain. He's got those fighter pilot eyes, and he goes after him.
Darren Bragg trying to stay in there as long as he can. Ball right by him.
Here he comes. He got him. 9 strikeouts for Randy Johnson. That is really some kind of pitching. Bottom of the 6th, no score.
How to speak Australian.
His subs.
Blimpie. It's a beautiful thing.
Get a Blimpie Best Combo Meal for $3.99 at participating Blimpie subs and salads.
I'm nearly done defrosting.
And the turkey?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Might I suggest you stuff it?
On Frasier, Monday night at 9 on 3TV.
Well, it's time for the Bank One home run jackpot inning. If an Arizona Diamondback, as Andy Fox takes the first pitch low, if an Arizona Diamondbacks player hits a home run, Sandra Logan of Prescott will win $2,250 mutual fund shares, courtesy One Group Mutual Funds, Bank One's mutual fund family. 2 balls, no strikes. She's got Andy Fox, Randy Johnson, and Tony Womack going for him.
Look, tongue twister, huh?
Whoa, yes. There's a fastball that's a strike. $2,250. Sandra, we're rooting for you. But you don't have the big gunners up there, but you never know. Line drive in the gap, coming over fast, diving, and did he make the catch? Yes, they finally call it. Nice running catch by Eric Davis as the second base umpire, Mark Wegner, watched the play and finally made the call. Davis robs Andy Fox of an extra base hit.
Outstanding jump by E right there and a very nice diving catch. Eric Davis is already hurting on that left shoulder from diving earlier this season, playing with a partially torn rotator cuff. That's what he told me yesterday, or a strain. And you can see he's in a little pain out there.
Here's Randy Johnson. The first pitch is low, ball 1 with that shot. And that was great camera work, guys. You could see he landed on his wrist, Rod. That may be the pain that you're talking about, as he rolled over after he made the catch. There's a takes it off his shoe tops. That looked like a base hit all the way, but Bragg, playing shallow, came charging in and took it off his shoe tops.
Well, a couple of fine plays by the Redbirds defense. Bragg playing very shallow because Randy doesn't have a lot of power. Gets a great jump on that ball and makes a shoestring catch. It's a fine play right there.
Good play, good play. Two good plays by the Cardinal outfield. Darren Bragg just made that play on Johnson. Here's Jimenez to Womack. Hot shot. Renteria short has it. Over to first. An exciting inning. Balls were hit good. But you know what? At the end of 6, it's still 0-0.
All right, everybody. If this one doesn't get your toe tapping, check your pulse. Here it is, coming to you in Living Cola. Refreshing Pepsi Cola. From the wonderful folks who put the R in cola. I'll be signing off now, because it's my bedtime. I'll catch you on the flip side. Be there.
I like this job.
Every time you pull into 76, you have something in common with NASCAR. Because when NASCAR pulls into the pits, they fill up with 76 with Pro Power. You see, 76 has been the official fuel of NASCAR for over 40 years. For more powerful performance in your car, get the spirit of NASCAR.
13 seconds. Way to go, gang.
Get the spirit of 76.
Few things bring back warm memories like the sweet taste of homemade ice cream.
Everybody sure loves your ice cream, Grandma. Well, yep. Just got an order for 200 more half-gallons.
Introducing Shamrock Farms homemade ice cream. Made with so much fresh, wholesome goodness, you'll swear Grandma herself hand-cranked it for us.
Okay, son, move it out!
Shamrock Farms homemade ice cream. The taste you remember.
The Nissan game summary. Randy Johnson against Jose Jimenez. And Jimenez 5 strikeouts. Johnson 9 strikeouts. Cardinals have 3 base hits. Well, doubles the Diamondbacks looking for their first base hit.
Well, Jimenez has pitched a fantastic game thus far for the Redbirds against the Diamondbacks. Changing speeds well. Very good sinker. 93, 94 miles per hour. Running that ball in on the right-handers, away from the lefties. He's doing a nice job out there tonight, Joe.
Yes, he's matching Randy Johnson because Johnson has had to pitch out of some jams. Doubles. Last inning, David Howard led off with a double and was stranded. Here's Mark McGwire. The shift is on. It's popped in the air. Right field. Should be an easy out. Womack makes the play. First pitch, McGwire flies to right. That's where he hit the sign. You can see part of it out in batting practice yesterday. And today, how about those rocket shots he hit?
Oh, my goodness. The folks standing in that standing room only seats, that ball just absolutely crushed.
Watch that light go. There it goes.
Uh-oh. Good night.
When the lights go out again.
Every time he comes to Bank One Ballpark, he breaks something. Last year, he knocked out a couple of bulbs in the scoreboard.
Eric Davis takes it inside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. He hit it above, not above the sign, but in that section above where that sign is. That's where he broke it last year, the scoreboard. Davis doesn't get it, and it's a quick strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Eric Davis struck out, bounced out.
McGwire costing the ball club some money.
But he puts him in the seats, so he kind of evens it up.
He sells a few hot dogs, too, huh?
Yes, he does. 10 strikeouts for Randy Johnson. Double digits again for the big left-hander.
What's the second time he's struck Eric Davis out on that same pitch? Looks good coming out of his hand and just can't hold up on it. Eric saying to himself, it's got to be a better way.
Tough. Thomas Howard. Ball one. There's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. 10 strikeouts so far. That was the 112th time in his career that Johnson has gone into double digits. Boy, that's putting some great amount of termites in that bat rack. Straight away center field. I'm going out there. It's Steve Finley right there. 3 up, 3 down. We go to bottom of the 7th. There is no score.
It's a new plastic bottle that keeps beer cold and won't break. And if scientists hadn't been wasting their time on computers and space exploration, we would have discovered it a lot sooner. The good news is, it's a plastic bottle that keeps beer cold and won't break. The bad news, people always want to test it.
Your great-grandfather started this business with a handsaw. Your grandfather expanded it with a drill. I, your father, I used the nail gun. So, what are you going to do?
Develop an innovative sales program using the internet to get new customers.
What?
US West Dex built our website and then drives customers to it with an ad in the Dex Yellow pages.
Your grandfathers would be proud.
Now we have even more tools to build your business. US West Dex.
Your gas comes to $14. Sorry.
Sorry, no personal checks.
We take that.
What?
The 1 card.
Oh yeah, the 1 card.
Hey, I should use this more often.
The 1 card from Bank One works like a check, only better. Anywhere Visa is accepted.
What a thrill that is for me. There's Joe Jr., and that's my beautiful Audrey. She played the organ at Sportsman's Park for many, many years. She right after Gladys Gooding, and it was a treat, Rod. I'm kind of a little teary-eyed.
She did a nice job.
Thank you. Take me out to the ball game. Jay Bell, count of strike 1. Fouls it off, strike 2. Good crowd on hand, 47,274. Jimenez struck him out. Beautiful pitch by the youngster. 6 strikeouts.
Man, Jimenez is doing a nice job. Here's just something, he just pulls the string on it, and Jay Bell doesn't like to call the ball. Look down with 2 strikes. Sometimes you've got to swing at that, but nah, that one's down.
Castillo, I tell you, he did a good job because he caught that ball going down where the umpire really didn't see where the ball was because the top of the glove hit it, and then he pulled it up a little bit. Gonzo takes it high, ball 1. Many times they say catch the low ball coming up. This youngster caught it going down, which really the glove was in the strike zone, the ball wasn't. Tough call, got the call. I like this Castillo. Look at him. He gives a nice low target.
Looks like he's got a wide stance.
Very wide stance, but he moves around.
Look how wide he gets out there. Can he move that way?
Oh, yeah, he can move. Look at those legs. Yeah. He can make the Mambo contest. Don't worry about him. Look at him. He's low. He's low. Look at him. His pitcher does not look wild. That, to me, is the test of the good catcher. Don't let your pitcher look wild. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jimenez has only walked 1 man. That was Finley in the second, rubbed out in a double play. Castillo comes up with it. It's 3 balls and 1 strike.
This is the first time in a long time that the Diamondbacks have had a hitter up there and a pretty good hitter's count.
3-1. He walked in, so Gonzalez is on. That is only the third baseman because Fox was hit with the pitch.
You know, for the most part this season, the Diamondbacks have been able to make adjustments to most starting pitchers. Second time around, and usually by the third time around, they've got that guy figured out there, but Jimenez still giving them a few problems.
Yes, he is. Here's Matt Williams. He bounced out and struck out. There's a strike. Cardinals, no runs, 3 hits and no errors. The Arizona Diamondbacks, no runs, no hits and no errors. Johnson and Jimenez, a real pitcher's battle. They're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, one batter at a time. Fastball inside, tied him up. 2 quick strike. You can almost see the frustration of Matt Williams as you look at that close-up saying, I don't know. Thought I had him measured, but I didn't.
Jimenez not even sweating.
Close, but no. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Look at his face, Joe.
Yeah, he looks cool. He ain't sweating. You got that kind of stuff, you don't sweat.
This kid is not sweating out there.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Bouncing ball, McGwire has it. He goes to second. Renteria back to first. A double play. It is a 3-6-1. Toughest play in baseball for the double play. That ends the inning. And at the end of 7 innings, Mr. Jimenez has a no-hitter. Diamondbacks nothing. Cardinals nothing.
There's nothing like following your instincts, and there's nothing like McDonald's to follow your cravings. Start the day with a delicious sausage McMuffin with egg sandwich for only 99 cents. Or after breakfast, try a world-famous Big Mac, now for an incredible deal, just 99 cents. Or a 6-piece Chicken McNuggets, also 99 cents. There's nothing like getting exactly what you're hungry for, exactly when you want it. Did somebody say McDonald's? And for dessert, chill out with a cool McFlurry.
On and off the field, the Diamondbacks always give their best. And because their ball players deserve the best, the Diamondbacks chose St. Joe's as their official sports medicine therapy and hospital provider. Their choice provides access to world-class physicians, Level 1 trauma services, the latest and most effective medical treatments, research, preventive care, and education. The Diamondbacks chose St. Joe's. You can too.
Sometimes, you don't realize how convenient electricity can be until you have to do without it. Like energy-efficient heat pumps that keep you comfortable year-round. Easy to clean cooktops that give you precision control. And low-cost security lighting to help protect your family. All the things that make an all-electric house a great place to come home to. APS, the power to make it happen.
America West Airlines scoreboard. The Phillies 3-2 over the Chicago Cubs. Mike Lieberthal hits his 16th home run to lead the Phillies. And the Mets 10-2 in the 9th inning. Olerud has 3 hits for the Mets. Cincinnati, boy, are they hot. 10-7. Michael Tucker home run and 4 RBIs. Florida 4-3. That's a final. Pittsburgh, Milwaukee. The Pirates 5-3 over the Brewers. 8-0 in the 6th. San Diego really playing hard. Dodgers lead the Giants 2-0 in the 4th. Renteria, strike 1. High. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Whenever the Dodgers and the Giants lock horns, it's always a good ball game.
Fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The rivalry is there, no question about that. Randy Johnson hooked up with Jose Jimenez, a real old-fashioned gunfight at the OK Corral. Renteria just trying to stay alive. And when you take a swing like that, a lot of people say, what a bad swing he took. Let me tell you something. You foul off a pitch like that, that's really an offensive weapon. He stays alive.
That ball almost in Damian's glove before he decides to pull the trigger.
And he's happy to foul it off to stay alive. Didn't do much good because he's a strikeout victim. Miller will have to throw him out, and he does. 11 strikeouts for Randy Johnson, out number 1 here in the 8th inning.
That slider just so tough to hit. Pitch looks so good. He keeps it down in the strike zone, and you know, the hitters just can't lay off of it. People watching probably say, why do they keep swinging at it? It looks like it's coming up in the strike zone. That's why, and that thing just darts down and in. Tough pitch to hit.
I tell you, it ate up Damian Miller a little bit. It took a few calories out of him. You see Renteria just kind of thinking about it. Here's Alberto Castillo. Takes a high fastball, ball 1. There's that fastball that starts at you and breaks in.
You see all those right-handed hitters jump back like the ball is going to hit them, and when the ball crosses the plate and gets in Damian Miller's glove, it's at least a foot away from them.
It's hard to make those right-hand hitters give ground if you're left-handed, but Johnson does it all the time. 1-1 pitch, strike 2. and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 8th, fans really reacting. Line drive, base hit, right field. So Castillo is on with 1 man out. It brings up David Howard. Howard struck out in the 3rd and he doubled in the 6th. That's the 4th base hit given up by Johnson.
All of the hits that the Cardinals have gotten tonight have been on mistakes by Johnson. 3 with the breaking ball, then that fastball up and out over the plate. He wanted that ball inside and Castillo stayed with it, drove the ball the opposite way.
David Howard continues to look at Latchman, who's really not doing much of anything, and you can see why. Fouled out of play, strike 1. Get the pitcher coming up next. He's certainly not going to use a pinch hitter. So your job, Mr. Howard, is to try to get a base hit. And there goes Damian Miller out to talk to his pitcher, Randy Johnson. Jimenez working on a no-hitter. $11 strikeouts for Randy Johnson. Keep in mind, Johnson donates $100 for each strikeout to Arizona Diamondbacks charities. Pull foul. Effort to strike out homelessness. I tell you, that's a big contribution by Mr. Johnson because he's always around 8, 9, 10, 11. Two strikes on David Howard. Bouncing ball, Matt Williams to his left. 1 out over the first. It is not in time. So it's a force play. The ball was not hit that hard. He didn't think he'd get a double play, but Jay Bell tried it.
Well, Matty able to get over and get that ball and get it to Jay Bell, but when Jay Bell jumps up in the air, he loses all the velocity on the ball coming back toward Travis Lee. And Howard, when he hit that ball, his momentum was carrying him down the first baseline, so he already had a running jump.
So there are 2 away, and here is Jose Jimenez, the pitcher. What a job he's done. Strike 1. And what a job Randy Johnson has done. I tell you, last night was one of those battles where everything happened in the ball game. Tonight, old-fashioned pitching duo. Jimenez. 1 ball, 1 strike. These orange bats are kind of new, aren't they?
A couple years, 3 years.
Looks like a rich kid's popsicle. 1-1 pitch. Low, 2-1. Randy has struck out 11. He has given up 4 hits, no runs. Mr. Jimenez has struck out 6. No hits, no runs. Out of play. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces are wired. Crowd wants a strikeout. Johnson backs off. The crowd dies down, but I bet she starts up again.
When you play in Laughlin, you can play at night or play during the day. Play indoors or out. Play on the water or in any of 11 exciting resorts. Just call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN and you're ready to play the way you like it.
The Bash's Thank You card saves you money on over 3,000 items every week. But this summer, it'll also save you 50% on fun places like the Kiwanis Park Wave Pool, AMF Bowling, the Herb Museum, and, oh yes, the Phoenix Zoo. Save money with your Bash's Thank You card. It's good for food and good for fun.
Thank you for being a friend. How to speak Australian.
Thanks, mate.
Room service. Beer. Foster's. Australian for beer. How to speak Australian. Remote control. Beer. Foster's. Australian for beer.
Arizona Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you in part by the Tobacco Education and Prevention Program, Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, Q-Lube, soon to be Jiffy Lube, and by Rico Corporation Icon Office Solutions.
There you see it. No runs and 4 hits and no errors for the Cardinals. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. Johnson and Jimenez hooked up in a real battle. It'll be Finley, Lee, and Miller for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 8th. Boy, last night here at the ballpark, it's about a little past 8:45 here. I think we were in the 2nd inning. Tonight, they are really moving it. 2 great pitchers get that ball and fire it. Here's first pitch to Finley. Bouncing ball. McGwire has it. Easy out. 1 up and 1 down.
That's the 3rd time tonight Finley has taken an outside pitch and tried to pull it. Very difficult to do. First couple of times up, grounded out to the first baseman. That time, the second baseman. Here's a ball in the outer half of the plate. You want to try to stay back as long as you can and drive that ball up the middle, but Finley a little bit out front, but Mr. Jimenez has had a lot of them out in front tonight.
You're not going going to pull that sinker. It's outside, ball one. He's spotting it well.
He's done the same thing to Travis Lee. Travis Lee has grounded out 2 times to Mark McGwire.
And Castillo just sits on that outside part of the plate. Doesn't get it. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Now you can see why the St. Louis Cardinals are so high on Jimenez. Even though his record is 3-7 with a 6.69 ERA.
It's outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
If he can pitch half this good on most of his outings, this kid would win a lot of ball games at the major league level.
He's yet to allow a run. He's yet to allow a hit. The 2-1 pitch. Mark McGwire has it, and it's out number 2. 2 outs in the 8th inning. Here is Damian Miller. This youngster just walks back to the mound as if to say, well, give me the ball, and I'll just throw it.
I'm still amazed that this kid is not sweating out there. Unless he is really wiping his face down when he gets in that dugout. He is cool as a cucumber out there.
The thing he's doing when he gets in the dugout is wrap that arm. Ball one. We've got a disturbance out in left field. Jimenez is kind of watching what's going on as they're trying to clear it up. You hate to see that. Damian Miller took the first pitch for ball one. Jimenez has to wait. They've called time. Whoa, they're coming out of the stands like crazy. Buck Showalter, a show of disdain. And rightly so. Got a good ball game like this, and you get some, I don't know what to say. Well, it's a good time for me to tell you that this copyrighted telecast is presented solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience. Any retransmission or rebroadcast of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of the game without the express written consent of the Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball Club is strictly prohibited. 1 ball, no strikes to count on Damian Miller as the youngster Jose Jimenez, who has a no-hitter with 2 outs here in the 8th inning, has to wait for the disturbance to be straightened out. And it is.
Surprised Jimenez has not thrown a pitch or 2 to keep himself loose out there.
I think Fleming might have just said to him, if you want to throw the ball, go ahead. And he says, I'm all right. And as cool as you keep saying he is, and he certainly is that, Rod, he doesn't look like he needs it. As old Spanky comes back to the plate. Jose Jimenez. 2 outs and nobody on. There's the strike he lit up on the pitch. 75 miles an hour in the judge's gun. And when you throw that sinker like he does and then do that, that'll pop your shoestrings.
Speeds ranging from 75 miles per hour all the way up to 94.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count now on Damian Miller. What a night at the ballpark. 47,274. It was well over 100 today here in Phoenix, but tonight is delightful out here. Watching a good ball game. What a great way to spend the evening. Inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I love it, I tell you. What a great thing to have Major League Baseball here in our area. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pulled foul once again. Just think, Rod. If we didn't have baseball, it'd be 47,274. We'd be home watching television.
Mistake right there by Jimenez, one of the few he's made tonight. Damian Miller would like to have that hanging changeup back again.
Look at the right hand of Castillo. He says, keep that ball down. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Jimenez has walked 2.
But with a no-hitter on the line, you know Jimenez is going to make Damian Miller hit his pitch.
Here it comes. He struck him out. 7 strikeouts for Jimenez. 8 full innings. Nothing. Jimenez a no-hitter going.
I've got something to show you. I've got something to show you.
Twice as bright as halogen lights. They illuminate 70% more area for greater visibility and safety. In short, they're the closest thing to daylight since daylight. Revolutionary, new xenon lighting technology. One of the dozens of bright new ideas on the Infinity Q45.
Look, can't you be more efficient? Just keep it simple, okay?
Relax, pal. You're making me nervous. You need Office Max, the office product superstore with guaranteed low prices on over 7,000 office products.
Folks, we'll be delayed till storms in the
Don't sweat it, pal. You can save time and money at Office Max. Plus, Office Max always gives you a 155% low price guarantee on every item, every day. Hey, are you gonna eat those? Office Max. We go to the max for you.
There are the men of the hour as far as the Cardinals are concerned. Castillo on the left and Jimenez on the right. Looks like he broke a sweat, Rod.
Well, that 3-2 pitch to Damian Miller, you knew he wasn't going to give in to him, so he threw what was been working for him all night, that good sinker down and away from Damian Miller, and man, the pitch has got a lot of movement to it tonight.
And he reacted to it, fist in the air, and you can't blame him. And his catcher Castillo, he yanked the chain. We have completed 8 innings of baseball here. And here is McEwing. He has one of the 4 hits that the Cardinals have. That was a double in the 4th. It's outside, ball 1.
Well, this is a guy Randy wants to keep off base. Leadoff hitter in the 9th. Scoreless ball game.
There's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, Rod, you said before the game, don't leave your TV set, don't leave your seat. Not with these 2 guys pitching tonight. 1-1 pitch. Misses. Randy wanted that one, but he didn't get it. It's 2 balls and a strike. No score. Goes foul. It's a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ewing. Crowd behind Randy Johnson as we look at Jimenez. He stays alive, chase the ball out of the strike zone. It's a reminder to stay inside.
You know, Damian Miller set up inside for this fastball, and Randy misses up and away. Every now and then, Randy would drop that elbow, and that ball will sail on him. He's trying to overthrow.
Foul ball. Stays alive. One of our Gold Glovers. Look out there.
John DeSalvo on the left field line. Golden Glover. Look out, John.
2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. The crowd's going to tell you as they root for Randy Johnson.
To it.
Boy, he did tie him up. He put a Windsor knot right in his kneecap.
That's how nasty Randy Johnson is tonight.
Whoa. Here is Darren Bragg. He's 0 for 2. outside, ball one. He bounced out to short his first time up, sacrificed in the fourth, and he was the 9th strikeout victim in the 6th. Two balls and no strikes. There he is, Mark McGwire, the on-deck batter. You want drama? You got it.
5 days ago when the Atlanta Braves knocked Randy Johnson out of the game in the 5th inning, St. Louis knew they were in trouble.
Randy Johnson falls behind, 3 balls and no strikes. He thought he had that one. There's the strike.
You may see Darren Bragg take another one right down the middle. He's trying to get on base for the big guy.
If you're wondering, Johnson has made 109 pitches. Full count. Crowd on their feet. Listen to him. Shootout. That's the first base on balls given up by Johnson. And a batter, Mark McGwire. He bounced out in the first. He was called out on strikes in the 4th. He flagged it right in the 7th.
Now the Diamondbacks have that shift on, which will be tough to double up Mark McGwire on if he happens to hit the ball on the ground.
Ball one. You talk about being focused. That close-up of McGwire as he faces the pitcher head on. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. 2 balls and no strikes. Randy Johnson falls behind McGwire.
Well, Randy has a decision to make right here. Bragg on first, Big Mac at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. You know Mac's looking for a fastball. Does Randy give it to him?
He's got to go with his strength. He's going to go. Ball 3. And I'll guarantee you that this is a strike. You're going to see some action in that batter's box.
Oh, no doubt about it.
That's the battle, McGwire against Johnson. Walked him. Randy Johnson walked Bragg to start the inning. He's now walked McGwire. Base runners at first and second. Here comes the pitching coach, Mark Connor.
Well, this is the first little bit of trouble that Randy's really been in tonight. There's been a couple of runners on second base, but he was still in total command in those situations. He's walked a couple of hitters in this inning.
Dave McKay, the first base coach. Bruce Fleming walking out to break up the meeting. The batter is Eric Davis, who struck out in the 2nd, bounced to first in the 4th, and struck out in the 7th. The big unit. One man out, no score. Strike 1.
See the numbers against Johnson. 0 for 9, 7 strikeouts. Randy would take a hard hit ground ball at one of the infielders in this situation.
Strike 2.
just could not hit that slider. That ball breaking down on him. Eric with a pretty big swing. You see his head looking out in the left field. No chance to hit that pitch. It's the third time Davis has struck out tonight on the same pitch.
And for Randy Johnson, that was his 2,500th strikeout of his great career. 2,500 strikeouts. And here's Thomas Howard. Strike one. We've got 47,274 here. No one is left. They're umpiring and rooting them on. And Jimenez watching. He's got the no-hitter going. Base runners at first and second. Braggs at second. McGwire is at first. One ball, one strike. Oh, what a game, what a game. A beauty. A beauty. Boy, I repeat, people that tell me baseball is boring are boring people. One ball, two strikes. This crowd will react now. A new ball. They would call that in the theater a dramatic pause. I was up leaning, calls for a new ball, and back you go. Thomas Howard backs out. Johnson is ready, and so is the crowd. Miller overthrew that one. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bragg is on at second. McGwire is on at first. Top of the ninth, there's no score. LaRussa looking on, checking the lineup card. Buck Showalter looking on. Here we go. And 2 strikes, and the runners will be off and going.
Randy Judge missed with that last pitch on the inner half of the plate.
He knows what he wants to do.
I think Randy's going to come back with that slider, realizing that Howard is looking for that fastball, and that slider's been very tough for the right-handed hitter to lay off.
Open the door. You got no room. Oh, here's your rocking chair. What are you doing in a rocking chair? What? What's here?
My TV.
Oh, your new TV. Let's turn it on.
Thinking about a home improvement project? Call Bank One Loan by phone and get an answer before you hang up.
What's in there?
My dolly.
Hello, dollies. There's your bed. It's nap time.
No.
Yeah, let's go. It's nap time.
Every time you pull into 76, you have something in common with NASCAR. Because when NASCAR pulls into the pits, they fill up with 76 with Pro Power. You see, 76 has been the official fuel of NASCAR for over 40 years. For more powerful performance in your car, get the spirit of NASCAR.
13 seconds. Way to go, gang.
Get the spirit of 76.
Now when you buy a redesigned 99.5 Nissan Pathfinder, we'll give you a Bose stereo for your house with the same great sound as the Bose available in a Pathfinder. So whether you're at home or on the road, you'll never have to be without great stereo sound. Except for that 7 seconds when you walk from your Pathfinder into your house.
There you see it. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors.
Randy Johnson went with the four-seam fastball inside. He saw Tom Howard off, but he got enough of it to get it in the left field, and Gonzo could not get to it. Drives that first run of the ball game in for the Redbirds.
So it's Andy Fox who'll lead it off here in the bottom of the ninth. DeLucci has come out on deck. It's outside, ball 1. Jimenez, no runs, no hits, no errors. He's 3 outs away from that magic game. High. 2 balls and no strikes. Fox took a good look at Brian Butterfield, LaRussa, watching every play. It's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike to count.
Well, Andy's going to get a pretty good pitch to hit right here. Just needs to be patient, make sure it's his pitch. He's ahead in the count.
3 balls and 1 strike. Jimenez has walked 2. He has struck out 7. He is not allowed to hit. He is not allowed to run. Foul ball down the right field line. So it's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It sounded like Foxy broke his bat on that last swing, and he did. Went over to get another one.
A walk to Bragg, a walk to McGwire, and a broken bat single by Howard has given Jimenez and the Cardinals a 1-0 lead here. Hitter will be David DeLucci.
That ball pretty close to the strike zone, a little too close to be taken with 2 strikes. Jimenez has been around the plate all night. And Andy didn't like that call. He thought that ball was down. He thought he was headed down to first base. Said, oh no, that can't be a strike. But Bruce Fromming, home-plate umpire, has been giving him that pitch all night.
Here's DeLucci. It's a strike. Langford is in center field, and Bragg has moved from center field to left field. DeLucci up there with the count of strike 1. Well hit. Over fast, diving catch. Made the catch. A sensational catch by the right fielder, Eric Davis. Second one tonight. And now we got an argument.
Outstanding play by Eric Davis in right field, diving for that ball, playing with a bad shoulder already. That's the second one of the night. Buck Showalter does not believe that he caught it. He's having some words out there with second base umpire Mark Wegner.
Here's our Miller Lite play of the game. Take a look at it.
He gloves that ball, and he has it in his glove, and now he's going to get up. He had plenty of time out there. It's a nice play.
I'll tell you, the gym classes as a youngster paid off. Watch him roll over. He's got the ball in his glove. He doesn't let his elbow jar the ball loose. And watch his reaction.
Oh no. knows what's at stake.
So they called him out. Bruce Fleming, the umpire, walking back, indicates that Eric Davis, who you're looking at, made the catch. The argument to no avail, and Eric Davis has made 2 great catches.
Eric Davis came up as a center fielder in the Cincinnati Reds organization. Outstanding defender.
Jimenez is loosening up. He is 1 out away from a no-hitter.
Tremendous play right there. I mean, no question he caught that ball. He's on his way up. He's on his feet. Now he's happy. He's celebrating, and the ball falls out of his glove.
I think one of the great things is his acrobatic ability. When he dove for the ball, he didn't let his elbow jar it loose. He rolled over and kept control of that ball. 1-0. There you see it. There's the line score. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Cardinals. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks.
Well, he's got a tough customer in Tony Womack. Tony may try anything. Tremendous speed, outstanding butter.
There's a strike.
David Howard, the third baseman, has to play in. Mark McGwire, the first baseman, has to play in. He could slap one right by them.
Ground ball, this could be it. The first no-hitter of the year. He's done it. Look at the reaction. They're coming out of the bullpen.
What an effort by the kid, Jimenez. You don't see these every day. Now they're going to hoist him up on top of their shoulders.
A no-hitter for young Jose Jimenez. Watch that reaction. 1-0. The Cardinals beat the Diamondbacks. What a ball game.
We were doing enough business in birds alone to expand, and when the space next door became available, I jumped on it. The problem is, I told the bank, it's a mess over there. I need money for renovation fast. Can I get approval in a week? The woman laughed, said, how about tomorrow? Next month? Cats.
For your own financial solutions, call us, Bank One.
Every 24 hours, you get a whole new chance to take on the world. Get yourself ready with Carnation Instant Breakfast. So delicious. With 21 vitamins and minerals and the energy you need to rise and shine all day. Carnation Instant Breakfast from Nestle. Great days start here.
Arizona Diamondbacks baseball has been brought to you by Bank One, home of Diamondbacks banking. Little Caesars Pizza, voted the best pizza value in America. Pepsi, the joy of cola. US West, your one-stop shop for all your communication needs. Nissan, driven. Cox Communications, visit us at phx.cox.com. Miller Lite, the great taste of a true Pilsner beer. And by 76 Circle K, your home team.
What a tremendous night. The first no-hitter of the year, obviously the first one here at Bank One Ballpark. David Wells' no-hitter last season was the last one we saw. There you see it. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Cardinals. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. Jimenez, the winner. Johnson was the loser, tough luck loser. And the youngster and his catcher talking to everybody. Well, tune in Sunday at 4:30 for D-backs Playing Hardball, presented by Shamrock Farms. This week's show will feature a visit to the Diamondbacks AA affiliate in El Paso and Baseball Basics with Andy Fox. D-backs Playing Hardball this Sunday at 4:30. And join us tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for the third game of this series. It should be a dandy. The Diamondbacks and the Cardinals. 11-game winner Kent Bottenfield will be on the mound against Brian Anderson. Once again, a no-hitter tonight for Jose Jimenez. The Cardinals beat the Diamondbacks 1-0. So for Rod Allen, this is Joe Garagiola saying good night from Bank One Ballpark, where the Diamondbacks lost in a no-hitter to the Cardinals 1-0. Jose Jimenez, a no-hitter. That's the news. Good night.